My name is Richard, and this is The Rich Life, where I promote a rich lifestyle, specifically through what I'm doing, performance fasting, focused lifestyle. I'm in a little bit over 2 months. I'm down almost 60 pounds at this point, and it just keeps falling off. I feel like I just have to share it. I'm so excited about it. All right, hello everybody. Hello everybody in Orlando. Glad you guys could plug in with us today. And I'm very excited to talk to you about today how to adjust your body weight set point to your dream weight. So a little bit about my story is that I entered a 6-month weight loss contest, and starting in January. For 2 months I did low calories and boot camps. I was also working out at the gym as well. And after 2 months, I had some progress at first, but after 2 months, I had basically crept back up to where I started, and I lost less than 5 pounds. So, and then I started paying attention to things that were helping to adjust my body weight set point. And so I'll go more into that. In the weight loss competition, you can see as well that 98% of people were paying attention to calories in, calories out, and they were having the same results as me, starting good results at first, and then just creeping right back up. I mean, this is how everybody does the dieting yo-yo, and what happens over and over. So, with that, a good example of your body weight set point is to kind of think of it as like a house thermostat. So you have your house thermostat set at a certain temperature, and it's kind of how your body weight is set at a certain temperature. So you can do all these things to lower the temperature in your house without adjusting the thermostat. Like if you want to lower the temperature, you can bring in like an AC unit and hook it up, and you're cooling the house, but your thermostat is just going to turn up the heat, and it's going to be working against you the whole time. So that's what happens or what happened to me with these workouts and with these low calories. And so I really think that, in my opinion, there's 3 main factors in losing weight when you're looking at it in regards to food, and it's not just how much you eat. There's also how often you eat and what you eat. So the calories notion is false. It's unbelievable. The psycho, calories in, calories out, psycho, says eating too many calories causes obesity without regard to your body weight set point, and it doesn't, or hormones, or pretty much any other of the physiological signaling that happens in your body. So the notion of a calorie is a calorie, I think, is mostly pushed by processed food companies, who really want you to think that a 200-calorie soda is the same as 200 calories of spinach or whatever, and it's just insane. So calories is a physics response. A lot of you probably already know it's the energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water, 1 Celsius degree. And so what we really need to be concerned is the physiological response that this food is having in your body. So the average American is eating 6 times a day, according to the 04-05 Enheim study. And there's been lots of studies since then, even studies of thousands of people who are recording on their apps, and people are eating more than 6 times a day. A lot of people are eating more than 10 times a day with snacking and all that stuff, and almost every meal is including sugar and white carbs. And you are spiking your insulin by doing that all day long. And so where did this notion that you need to eat 6 times a day come from? It didn't come from doctors. Did it come from the food industry, or did it come from the fitness industry? I don't really know, but what's crazy right now is that athletes are now getting diabetes, and you have high-level athletes who have fallen for the lie that they can eat crazy sugar things all day long and spike their insulin all day long and just burn it off. These sugar electrolyte drinks are giving them fatty liver, insulin resistance, and they're having all these issues because of it. And so something very interesting is that a recent study, they did the Biggest Loser study from the TV show, and they published it in the Obesity International Report if you want to go look at it. But that 6 years after the weight loss on the TV show, most of the contestants had regained all the weight. And on top of that, the metabolic rate had slowed and they were burning fewer calories than before starting the show. One guy's resting metabolic rate went from 3,400 calories a day before the show to 1,800 after. Another guy who had regained the weight, they ran his after R&B, and he actually, to maintain his current weight, he couldn't eat more than 800 calories a day. And what's crazy, these calories in, calories out, is still what's being preached. So what are the keys, in my opinion, to adjusting your set weight? Focus on solving the hormonal imbalance instead of the caloric one. So start to be concerned with the physiological response from your bodies in what and when you eat. Just for a quick example, if you fast for 5 days, you will have a 3 to 5 times increase, according to recent studies, in your growth hormone. So your growth hormone is actually the master hormone that regulates all the other hormones, and it does a lot of amazing things. So also, you have to focus on letting your insulin fall. So insulin is what signals your body to store fat, and insulin resistance leads to high insulin all the time. So stop spiking your insulin all day long, stop snacking, and start fasting. Eat real unprocessed foods. So these have lower insulin effects in your body. Stay away from sugar and white carbs. If you think about it, there's not a line at Starbucks every single morning of people who want coffee. It's people who need sugar. So also reevaluate your relationship with food. Before I was fasting, I would have to, I could turn to food and whenever I would get upset at something and drown my sorrows in that. But then if you're not eating, you've actually got to face the issue head on. Get good sleep, lower your stress. These cause cortisol, which is another hormone that has a big effect in gaining weight. And understand that it's a long-term process. You're not going to readjust your body weight set point in a month. This is going to take time. So I think the results speak for themselves. There's a Scottish guy, Angus, who he did a clinically supervised fast, and he did not eat for 382 days. At the end of that time, he was at his dream weight, which was 180 pounds. He lost almost 300 pounds in the process, but what's really interesting about Angus is that they followed up with him 5 years after this, and he had only gained back a couple of pounds. So obviously he had done some good things to his body. Everybody probably here, and even in Orlando, y'all may know David Hook, but over a year ago we did a 3-month contest where David only lost 9 pounds over the whole 3-month contest, and we did it with just a couple other people, and it was frustrating, and he was working out low calories, focusing on the psycho. And then what happened? He started to focus on not spiking his insulin. In 1 week, he lost more than the 9 pounds that he had lost in that 3 months. And as I talked to him yesterday, he's down more than 55 pounds. So unbelievable. All of you guys can see him. My mom, she very quickly was able to lose 20 pounds doing what I do. And then what happened? She got busy over the summer. She took a couple months off. What was very interesting, she only gained back after taking a couple of months off a couple pounds. And now she just started back up again. She's down around 30 pounds. The stories are endless on the Fasted Life Facebook group that we have. It's all of the same stories over and over and over. And you start looking at not snacking as much, not eating as much sugar. And isn't it interesting that that's the same advice that your grandma would give you as well? And you start looking back and whenever they were growing up, people weren't working out, and not nearly as many people were obese. So it's very interesting. So I want to know what your story is with helping to hack your metabolic rate. And with that, everybody have a blessed day, and I'll catch you later.